took a bus from Lagos to Sevilla and traveled 2.5 hours by train, finally arriving in Granada, Spain. We're looking forward to visiting some of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites and trying some of the local food and drink we've heard so much about. So we hope you'll take along with us as we explore the beautiful city of Granada. Granada is located in the eastern half of Andalusia, Spain, at the foot of the Sierra Nevada mountains. It can easily be reached by high-speed train from either Madrid or Sevilla. We spent 3 full days exploring the city, and from our experience, we sum up 5 must-things to do. Many of these things could be done with an overnight stay, as we observed some travelers doing, but we recommend at least 2 full days in order to fully enjoy the city.
Number 1. Visit the Alhambra. It is true that Andalusia, Spain has many World Heritage Sites, but by far the most visited and most spectacular is the Alhambra. Because of this, we recommend that as soon as you know when you will be visiting, purchase your tickets online via the official Alhambra website. Tickets can get sold out weeks in advance, especially during the popular tourist season. You will need your passport information to purchase the tickets, and you will need to bring your passport with you as you enter the Alhambra and to enter each of the 3 major areas within the Alhambra. We ended up spending 3.5 hours exploring the Alhambra, but we heard of others who have spent upwards of 5. While in Granada, we stayed at Plaza Noa, which is a great central location to visit everything by foot. To reach the Alhambra entrance, we walked 30 minutes up the Puente de Gomérez and passed through the Puerta de las Granadas to reach the main access gates, and upon entering, first spent time exploring the gardens and views from the Generalife.
The Generalife was a summer palace and country estate of the Nasrid rulers. We especially enjoyed the garden and courtyard fountains and the miradors, whose combination of detailed Nasrid architecture and views of the city were spectacular. The Generalife was most likely constructed by Muhammad II at the end of the 13th century, with Muhammad III adding the mirador chamber in the palace's northern pavilion. When it was time to head over to the Palacios Nazaris, we enjoyed the views of the snow-capped Sierra Nevadas in the distance on the way over. Keep an eye on your time, as your tickets specify a strict designated time you are to enter the palace. An UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Palacio Nazaris was the residence of the Nasrid rulers. The buildings that have survived to the present date are mainly those built in the 13th century, commissioned by the Nasrid Sultan, Mohammed V of the Emirate of Granada in Al-Andalus. After entering the Palacio Nazaris, the flow moves you through to the captivating Patio de los Arayanes, where the reflection of the Torre de Camares is a photographer's dream, and one can be mesmerized in an attempt to get the perfect picture. The Nasrid architectural detail is stunning, with the use of various media, including stucco, wood, and colored tiles. The Nasrid characteristic use of maquarnas, stalactite or honeycomb sculpting, can be found in various maquarnas vaults throughout the palace and is especially evident in the Sala de Dos Hermanas. The flow then takes us to the Palacio de los Leones, which was built by Muhammad V to become the private residence of the royal family. The palace is made up of a central patio surrounded by galleries of columns. As we entered the Patio de los Leones, our eyes were led to a marble fountain circled by 12 sculpted lions, for which the patio is named. The entrance to the Fortress Alcazaba is adjacent to the Torre del Homenaje. The bent entrance was a designed defense to slow any attackers who may have breached the gate. Upon entering, you immediately come upon the remains of what was the Barrio Castrense, where the foundations of interior housing can be seen. The fortress that exists today was primarily built by Muhammad I, with multiple modifications made by the Spanish in the 16th century. On the north side of the Alcazaba is the Torre de las Armas. Passing through the gate, there are panoramic views spanning from the Cathedral de Granada to the Mirador, San Nicolas, and the Albaicín. Making our way to the entrance of the Torre de la Vela, we look back across Barrio Castrense before ascending the steps of the tower. At the top of the steps, you are immediately rewarded with a view of the snow-capped Sierra Nevadas and panoramic view of the south side of Granada. Turning your attention to the west, the flags of the European Union, Andalusia, Spain, and Granada fly proudly above the city. The views from here are spectacular as you can position yourself to have a 270-degree view of the city. Number 2. Visit Andalusian monuments in the Albaicín. I wanted to explore El Banuelo in the Albayzin, so I purchased a ticket at the entry for €7, which isn't too pricey if you visit at least one of the other 3 monuments in the same day. El Banuelo is one of the best preserved public air baths on the Iberian Peninsula. It is located on the banks of the Darro River and was used as a bathhouse up until the 16th century. My favorite section of El Banuelo was the warm room, the largest chamber central to the interior space. My eyes were drawn to the ceiling where the light shone through geometric portals, the stars, octagons, and squares. I thought about how wonderful it would have been if it was still operational today. The other monument I chose to visit on this monument ticket was Palacio Dar Al-Horra. This palace was the official residence of Ysla, mother of the last emir of Granada. Aside from being a well-maintained example of Islamic houses, the upper levels had spectacular views over the Albayzin, the Alhambra, and the snow-capped Sierra Nevada mountains. Number 3. Enjoy the sunsets of Granada. In Granada, the last hour of the day always has a special change of color, making each sunset in Granada an unrepeatable experience, especially in winter when the sky is redder and the sunset longer. The San Nicolas viewpoint is one of the most popular places to enjoy sunsets in Granada. It is located in the Albaicín and has stunning views of the Alhambra. The viewpoint square is crowded with people and musicians whose music creates a wondrous soundtrack by which to enjoy the end of the day. As the sun sets, the Alhambra is bathed in red light from the sun, followed by architectural lighting, creating a magical, unforgettable experience. Other places to enjoy the views of the Alhambra include the Mezquita Mayor de Granada, which is near the Mirador San Nicolas. There is a quiet garden free of the crowds to peacefully enjoy the views. Or try again a reservation at El Huerto de Juan Ranas to enjoy the sunset views while sipping drinks and having a bite to eat. Finally, head along the Paseo de los Tristes, a picturesque riverside promenade nestled at the foot of the Alhambra, lined with charming cafes and offering breathtaking views of the palace. It's a delightful spot to soak in the city's atmosphere and witness the enchanting play of light on the historic Alhambra walls.
Number 4. Dine on good food. In Spain, breakfast is often simple: toast with tomato and olive oil, or butter and jam, pastries, or churros. Many places also serve heartier breakfast items to accommodate tourists. We ate at various places for breakfast. Here are some that we recommend.
We're here in Granada. It's our first morning here, and we're at a place called Casa, Ysla, and they specialize in Pionono. So here's my first try of a Pionono. It kind of looks like a little miniature cinnamon roll, but it's actually quite soft. It's like a really moist cinnamon cake. It tastes pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and dive in this, finish this one off. So now this here is some sort of toast. It looks like a bun. It's got a little bit of sugar on it here. But I had her sliced in half. Let's see how this is. This is sweet bread. Really good with butter. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off. Aloha kakahiaka. We're here at Plaza Bib-Rambla, and behind us is a place called Alhambra Churreria, and they're purported to have the best churros in all of Granada. When we were in Seville, we tried both horas and churritos. So we're gonna go inside and see how these compare. Alright, so I just brought out something called alhambritos, and these are the little guys, kind of the ones that I like. They have the ridges on them. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on it. I'm just going to try one playing with the sugar. I'm going to try one with a little bit of chocolate. Yeah, I prefer these. I wish they gave us a full big plate of these time. Well, as you can see, we polished off all of these churros and all the alhambritos. Between the two, we like these little crunchy guys with the ridges. But we would say on these ones, we like them better than the ones that were in Seville. And certainly the chocolate is more like a chocolate pudding, and it's much thicker. So we think they have the best chocolate. A typical Spanish breakfast would be toasted with tomato sauce and drizzled with olive oil. But this place looked really interesting because it had a lot of different takes on tostas, and looks like they're very creative. So let's go inside and check it out and see how good their tostas are.
Artesanos de Granada serves up pastries, toasts, yogurts, fruits, and coffee. We decided to opt for toast. Terry tried the traditional toast with tomato, while Opaka sampled the toast with avocado and salmon. This restaurant is popular with both tourists and locals. Carrera Nueva is a narrow pedestrian street which seems to be dedicated to teterias. These beautiful Moorish tea shops are wonderfully intimate spaces, brightened by exotic and colorful lamps and candles. Inside you can sample aromatic teas and coffees and enjoy traditional Moorish sweets.
The Pakistani it has. It's a milk tea with cinnamon, cardamom, and honey, or vanilla. It's very good.
Wow, the aroma's really fragrant. I smell both the cinnamon and the naranja, the orange, but it has a peppery smell to it. Oh, that's really nice.
Lunches for us were usually casual, but we could not resist eating at Nemrut, a pizzeria and kebab restaurant next to our hotel. We were not disappointed by the kebab and the salads that we ordered. Tapas has a dominant place in Spanish food culture. However, on this trip, we decided to sample traditional and non-traditional foods that did not focus on tapas. Here are some of our recommendations. Our second night in Granada, we dined at Los Manuelos, a restaurant that has been in existence for more than 100 years. And though good, we ended up preferring other restaurants more. Los Manuelos has both an area for tapas and for dining. We selected the dining. At Manuelos, we enjoyed the green salad, the robo de toro, and the beef entrecote. Intrigued by the numerous La Cueva restaurants in Granada, we decided to give it a try. We were drawn to this location by its beautiful bar and by the legs of prosciutto hanging above it. We received a free tapas from the chef. We ended up ordering burrata and rocket salad, then the grilled Iberian sirloin skewer. It was delicious. El Mercader was our favorite restaurant in Granada, so much so that we ended up dining there 2 nights. El Mercader is a small, cozy restaurant serving high-quality food in a variety we did not expect. The chef's complimentary appetizer, fried chickpea salad, Moroccan lamb, veal tongue, and wild boar were on the menu, as well as a fresh sliced pineapple salad for dessert. Number 5. Visit Granada's markets. What is a trip without shopping? Granada is a contemporary city which thoroughly embraces its heritage. In Granada, you can find a variety of shops, boutiques, cafes, and restaurants. For an authentic cultural experience, together with unique souvenirs, head to the old silk markets and bazaars. One such area is the Albayzin. This area is located very close to the Granada Cathedral. Strolling through the Albayzin, you'll find a wide range of products, from souvenirs to traditional Arab handicrafts such as wooden inlay lamps or backpacks and leather bags. In another area, the Albaicín, Calle Caldereria Nueva has features reminiscent of traditional Medina streets in Morocco. Here you can buy typical souvenirs from Morocco, Nepal, and India, including jewelry, handicraft items such as scarves, traditional pottery, colorful stained glass lamps, leather, tapestries, and spices. This street is also known as the Street of the Tea Shops for its numerous tetererias.
What an amazing time we've had here in the beautiful city of Granada, exploring the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, experiencing the local foods, and enjoying the spectacular views from the Miradoros. Mahalo for tagging along with us. So until next time.
Ate próxima!
And aloha!